Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Johnson now returning. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
They snap it to Herbert. Flush to his right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking, this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Second and 5 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. Now he steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. It's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that'll make it 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert on the move to his left. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He'll buy some time right, letting one go deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. The point after is good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Wilson steps away to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
On second down, it's Williams. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson, option right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Wilson forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that
play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Rolling to his left. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big gain that time for the Chargers. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert out to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Herbert off of play action, rolling to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Charles, Are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the play. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Denver. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And some room to maneuver. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Herbert now. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Herbert operating from the red zone, being chased out left. He'll get this to Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps away. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert flushed out right. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Tied up. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. There he goes right side. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. On 2nd and 9. Herbert escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On is the Chargers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Jeudy. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, 67 yards. And the Broncos are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This is a counter play. Eckler calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Flushed out right. Allen's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One last throw here for Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.